everyone, welcome to Love and Life's Journey. I'm Chantel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is a part of the April Look for Less challenge that is put on by Yami at the Latina Next Door, and every month she chooses a co-host, and this month her co-host is Courtney with Creative on the Cheap. I will put the links to both of their channels in the description box below so you can check those out, as well as the link to the Look for Less playlist so that you can check out all of the projects from everybody who is playing along this month. So if you're not familiar with the Look for Less challenge, what it is you pick a home decor item that you really like but is maybe too expensive that you don't want to purchase and try to recreate it for much less. So this month I chose this project for a couple of reasons. One, I have been wanting to make cotton stems for a long time. I just really like how they look and they go great with farmhouse decor, and they're expensive to buy, and so I knew they'd be cheap to make. I just have not gotten around to it. And also I picked this project because I have all of the items already around my house to do this, and since I'm not going out to the stores right now to buy things, I'm not going to the dollar store, I just decided to tackle this project. So I found this really nice arrangement with cotton stems on Etsy, and I really like the looks of this, but they have it listed for $124.95, I think it was, and that is just way too much money. I would never spend that much, and I know I can make it for basically a few dollars. So I'm really excited. So let's jump in and get started. First I went outside and cut some sticks off of some branches that my dad, who lives next door, trimmed off of his trees. Then I gathered my other supplies, which include some cotton balls. I'm using the jumbo size cotton balls. And to make 12 cotton stems, I used 2 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock, one in dark brown and one in light brown. Next I cut out a pattern for the burrs out of a manila file folder. You could just use cardstock for this, and I actually got the idea, or kind of the how-to of how to make these, from a website called renovatedfaith.com. I will put the link in the description box below, and she has a pattern for this you can download. I just made my own, but I cut out 12 of these out of the dark colored cardstock and 12 out of the light colored cardstock. This step was my own touch that I added. I crinkled these up several times. So I crinkled it up and then I flattened it back out, and then I crinkled it up again, and I thought this just really helped make it look more realistic. And the suggestion on the website was, when you were finished, to spray these with hairspray, and it kind of gave them a little bit more realistic look. I didn't find that to be true, so I came up with this, and I really like how this looks. And I'm going to do this with all of these pieces that I cut out. Then I took a lighter colored piece and put it on top of a darker colored one, and I poked a hole through the center, and then I used my hot glue gun to glue these together. Really, I think you should glue them first and then put the hole in it. You don't want to glue it in the center though, because that's where you're going to put your hole. I'm gluing just 1 or 2 petals at a time, because while the hot glue is still warm, you want to kind of curl those in toward the center, and you'll see how I'm doing that. And as the glue cools, then it kind of holds that shape. Next I'm going to take 4 cotton balls, and I'm just going to glue them together with some hot glue in just kind of a square. Then I'm going to take my stick, and this one has kind of a wide end on it, so I'm just going to break that off, and then poke that through the hole in the burr in that paper piece that I made. And I'll hot glue that onto the stick, and then I will add some extra hot glue and glue the cotton balls into the center of that. And then I just hold it in place until the glue has all set. Now this stick had this little extra piece, so I thought this would be great to add a smaller little cotton bowl to. So I am just cutting out a little bit smaller paper pieces, and I'm going to do the same process where I crinkle them up and glue them together, and I'll just be using one cotton ball for this little branch that's on my stick. Most of my sticks did not have this little extra piece, but I thought this was a real nice addition to this one, and I had a couple other sticks that I did this with as well, but most of them just had the one on it. So my inspiration piece had a galvanized bucket, and I had this one from Dollar Tree, but it was way too shiny. I liked the other one. The original one had more rust in it. So I also have this one from the Dollar Tree, and so I am going to use my galvanized painting technique on this, and hopefully it will look galvanized with a little bit more rust in it. I will be using this metallic silver paint from Folk Art, as well as this elephant colored chalk paint by Waverly, and then I'm using just a lighter colored craft paint. This is, I think, Apple Barrel from Walmart. I'm going to start with the metallic paint, and I will be using kind of a fluffier brush. This is a brush that I don't care that much about, so this is hard on your brush, so just keep that in mind. And I'm going to dip that in my paint and get a little of the excess paint out of it, and then I am basically going to just be stippling this all over my container, and just twisting my brush and turning it in different ways. I do not want to cover up all of that rusty color because I want that to show through like there are rusty spots on my bucket. Once I've done a coat of the metallic silver, I'm going to move on to the elephant colored chalk paint. This is a darker gray, almost charcoal color, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. And again, I do not want to cover up all of that rust color. So basically I am building just layers of different shades of the gray and silver paint on this until I have a look that I like. After the elephant colored paint, I'm going to move on to the lighter colored gray paint. And I don't clean my brush in between these colors of paint because I don't care if they mix together or not. They're all kind of blending together on the bucket anyway. And so then after I do the lighter gray, then I am going to go back in and cover up some of that lighter color with the dark gray elephant colored paint too. And then I'm also going to be adding a little bit more of the metallic silver. And really this is just your preference, how much you like, if you want it darker or lighter, if you want more of the shiny metallic, if you want more of the rust color, it's really up to you. So now I'm going to arrange my cotton stems in my bucket, and I'm using some floral foam from Dollar Tree. I've just cut down a piece to fit inside the bucket. And then I'm just going to start placing these in the bucket, and I am picking my shorter stems, and then the ones that were longer I'm breaking off to the length that I want kind of as I go. So
Again, it's personal preference and just what looks nice to you. Once I have all my cotton stems in, I'm going to add some Spanish moss, and you can get moss at Dollar Tree or Walmart. This is just some I had on hand. This stuff is really messy, but I really like the way it looks. And so I'm just poking this down in. This will help the stems kind of stay in place. I didn't put it in first because it's just kind of hard to poke the stems through. Next, I'm going to be using some lamb's ear. These are some stems that I got at Walmart for 97 cents. I only have 2 of them, but I'm going to make it work for now. And the inspiration piece actually uses some eucalyptus, and I think I like that better, but I don't have any of that on hand. So maybe when I can, I might switch this out for some of the darker colored eucalyptus stems. I think a darker colored green would provide more contrast and highlight the cotton stems more. But for now, I like these and they'll do. So again, here is my inspiration piece that was almost $125, and here is mine that I literally made with items I already had. If I had to purchase the items, it would cost me less than $10 plus the cost of paint. And I love how this goes with my farmhouse signs that I've made. I will put the links to those DIY projects in the description box below if you'd like to check out those videos. But I think these cotton stems just go really nice with this, and I'm really happy with how this project turned out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. If you are new to my channel, coming over from the Look for Less challenge, and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and stick around. And if you'd like to see more DIYs, then make sure you hit that bell so that YouTube will notify you when I upload new videos. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day.